Hello, children, and welcome to this week's Infant Sunday School lesson. My name is Mrs. Elizabeth Katsakis, and I am the Sunday School teacher of the infants class at Saints Raphael, Nicholas, and Irene Church in Liverpool. Today, being Father's Day, I wanted to start by asking a question. Fathers, what do they do for us? Children, I want you to listen carefully, as today's story will teach us how much our fathers love us, no matter what we might do. We will hear about a young boy, Dimitri, who is angry, and because he was angry, he did something not normal, putting himself in danger. Dimitri learned that he should listen to his father. First, let's talk about anger. I am sure we know what that is. I am sure we have all been angry before. So, what really happens when we are angry? When we are angry, we become upset, confused, and often we do things that are not normal for us. We scream at the top of our lungs for no reason. And worse, we argue and fight with our brothers, our sisters, and even our parents. Today, Dimitri had to be very happy. It was a beautiful summer's day, and his father had taken the family to the beach. His father had bought him some new sand toys, a boat, shovels, a bucket, and shapes to build a sandcastle. His father had taken the time and effort to be with him and to play with him. Dimitri, however, was not in the mood to play. He had found some pebbles and was throwing them into the sea. He was bothering the other swimmers, and some pebbles even struck them. "Dimitri," cried his father, "it's the last time I'll remind you. Stop throwing stones. That is dangerous." "Come and help me build a nice sandcastle in the sand," his father called to him. Dimitri became angry and started to walk away. "No, I do not want to," Dimitri replied, and began to move further away from his father. He walked angrily at the edge of the water. He kicked the sand. He went on until he could no longer see his father. At that moment, in his anger, he wanted to be alone, doing whatever he pleased. Now he could throw as many stones as he wanted without any inconvenience. He was happy, for a short time. Suddenly, however, he felt cold. He looked at the sky, which had filled with dark clouds. The sun had been hidden, and a strong wind was blowing. Dimitri stopped. Should he go back? No. He continued his way. Boom! Boom! The thunder sounded, and he saw the glow of lightning in the sky. Crack! Boom! Crack! Dimitri froze from fear. Where to hide? He was alone without any shelter. Rain began to fall. Poor Dimitri became soaked. He kneeled in the sand and started crying. Why did I leave my father? Why did I walk so far? He thought. He stayed like that for a long time. Suddenly, he heard something like footsteps. He lifted up his eyes and saw a man walking on the sand under an umbrella. Dimitri got up and signaled to him with his hands. The man saw him from afar and began to come towards him. Now another fear has caught Dimitri. Was his father going to be angry? Oh, why did I not listen to my dad, he thought. My son, are you okay? He heard a familiar voice asking him. Father, is it you? Did you come for me, even though I caused you to be sad? My child, you made a big mistake when you left. You put yourself in danger. Forgive me, my father. I did make a great mistake. Come on, then. Give me your hand and let's go back. The rain had stopped. They started to walk back hand in hand. Dmitri learned a great lesson that day. He understood that anger is a bad thing, that he should listen to his father and to praise God for all the good things he gives him. From this story, we learn that Prepi na akume ton patera mas. We should listen to our Father. Jesus told us an important story about the love of a father, the love that God has for all of us. If you remember the story of the prodigal son, it is the story of a young man who leaves the safety and love of his father's house. The prodigal son moved far away from his home and his father. He spent all his time with strangers, people who only acted like they were his friends. As with Dmitri, this prodigal son found himself alone, cold and hungry, and cried out, I will return to my father and tell him, I am sorry. So the prodigal son did go back to his father's house. When his father saw him in the distance, his father ran to him, hugged him, and had a party to celebrate the return of his beloved son. God is our Father, and He is always waiting for us with open arms. And when we run back to Him, He hugs us close with love, and everyone in heaven has a party. So in asking, fathers, what do they do for us? We remember, they help us to learn how to look after ourselves. They help us and teach us how to help around the house. They help us and teach us how to play and help us to get up when we fall. They even help us with larger projects around the house.
Happy Father's Day!
So today on Father's Day, try to think and remember all the good things your father has done for you. Try to spend as much time as possible with your father today. And tonight, say a special prayer to thank God, our Father in heaven. Thank you for listening, children. God bless you all, and God bless all our fathers.